Hello everyone, this is Mark the Shark welcoming you back to the cooler. This is Japan turn 39.S.3, Operation Skyhook. This time around, the Japanese have 32 to spend. They're going to be spending 12 on one strategic bomber, 4 on one SNLF, 4 on one artillery, 8 on 2 mountain infantry, and 3 on 1 cavalry, and they will be saving 1. For research, we're going to be doing wartime economy and long-range aircraft. I'm going to move that right over here. Get that where we can see what's going on. All right, first on the list is long-range aircraft. Need a 7 or better. 5, that's a miss. Wartime economy needs a 7 or better. And 11, so wartime economy will move up to the second stage. So I have long-range aircraft and wartime economy both at stage 2. Right there, as you can see. All right. There is my card that is sitting in C Zone 89. I'm going to be moving a bunch of those ships because there's going to be some stuff going on this turn. That should have quite a bit of the stuff on there. That I think that's got just about everything we need to see this time around. So, 4 combat moves. I might be better off going around the other side of the table. And hopefully I won't be in the way. Okay, 4 combat moves. We have 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, a destroyer, and a fighter from here in C Zone 89. 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and a fighter from C Zone 89. Going into C Zone 132. I believe that's this one. Okay. C Zone 132. Going to hit 1, 2, 3. They're going to hit these ships here. I believe that's a destroyer and a submarine for the Dutch. I can get that moved around to the battle board. Well, let's do all my combat moves first. Somebody likes that. I can't remember now off the top of my head who it is, but somebody likes that. Those guys are going to be taking care of the fleet engagement. Provided that works out, the invasion force consists of 2 transports right here. 2 transports. I'm going to load up 4 SNLFs. Ugh. Jeez. Okay, 2 transports. I'll load up 4 SNLFs. That's 2. I need 2 more. They'll be moving 1, 2, 3. And they will also be going with 2 battleships and 1 battle cruiser. 2 battleships and 1 battle cruiser for shore bombardment. Hasn't worked out well in the past for me, but hey, maybe this time it will. Okay, Next, one destroyer from C-Zone 89. That's one of these guys. Is going to pick up one SNLF, and cruise to, you go 1, 2, 3, and drop that fellow off in West Timor. That'll be a walk-on. I have 2 SNLFs still sitting up there, and those are those 2 chips right there. Those are both SNLFs. I ran out of painted up pieces. One transport from C-Zone 54 is going to pick up 2 infantry from Hunan. That's this fella right here. And I believe he can pick up both of those guys from the C-Zone he's sitting in. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, because he has the movement bonus for the port. One's going to land in Celebes and the other one's going to land in the Maluku Islands. Replace that chip. Put that fella right there. Okay. Then we go to, from C-Zone 89, we have a fighter, a heavy cruiser, oh, that's a light cruiser, and a heavy cruiser, and a destroyer that is going to go down to, where's he headed? He's headed right down here to C-Zone 123, along with this submarine that can just barely make it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those guys are going in there for a sea battle with the coastal submarine, transport, and seaplane. Okay. The invasion force from that will consist of 1 transport from C-Zone 89. Right there he is. He's going to pick up 1 SNLF and 1 infantry. So one of these SNLFs and an infantry. There's an infantry. It's loose. And they're going to drop them off in Borneo. That's 1 SNLF and 1 infantry. Getting awful crowded. Okay. And also the tactical bomber from the fleet carrier is also going to be involved in that land battle. Okay, so next, from C-Zone 89, we have a destroyer that is going to pick up the lone SNLF that was left up here. 1, 2, drop the SNLF off in Sumatra. And this destroyer here going to pick up the infantry off of Hainan and also drop him off down here in Sumatra. Okay. And the destroyer in C-Zone 56, right up here, is going to pick up an infantry and drop him off down here in Dutch New Guinea. Now, just so I'm not confused, I'm going to take that chip off and replace it with an infantry. Oh no, I don't have any more SNLFs painted up. So, okay, that's an SNLF. That is an SNLF. That I need to take one chip off and put an infantry on top of that, because that's what he is. Okay, I think that should have all the confusion taken care of. For everybody else, if not for me. Okay, I'll sort all that stuff out later. Right now we're going to take care of this sea battle down here in Java. Got two heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and the destroyer, the one destroyer that was left on the card was supposed to go down there with those people. 1, 2, 3. There he is, and the fighter. I'll get these on the battle board. Regular sub, destroyer at 4, got a fighter at 6, a destroyer at 4, 2 heavy cruisers at 6, light cruiser at 5. There you see what is on the board. Alright. Have a destroyer at 4. And that's a 3, that's a hit. Which one would they take off first? This submarine defense less, so I'll go with that one. The light cruiser at 5. It's a 5, so the destroyer is gone. So we'll roll for the submarine at 3. 8, that's a miss. Destroyer at 4. 6, that's a miss. So that sea battle is over. And move on to the land battle now. Get these people back down there in the sea somewhere where I won't forget them and get them confused with something else. Okay. Get my notes turned back to page 1 of the combat moves. Get the militia back in South Africa along with the factory where I knocked everything down. Okay, these guys are down here, C-Zone 132. Okay, the 4 SNLFs be doing battle with an infantry and 2 militia. Two militia defend at 2, infantry will defend at 4. SNLFs will attack at 3 on the first round of combat. And I have left my notes on the other side of the board. 2 battleships and a battle cruiser doing shore bombardment. They're at Java. Okay. Two battleships, shore bombardment at 4. Whoops. Turn around so somebody can see what I'm rolling. I would never forgive myself if I rolled 2 hits and nobody could see it. Alright, 2 at 4. Both miss. 1 at 3. And a 2. So, the battle cruiser hit a militia that'll be taken off the board completely. Alright, 3, 4 SNLFs at 3 or less. And they all missed, wouldn't you know it. Alright, militia at 2, miss, and an infantry at 4. 2, so one of the SNLFs is gone. That's bad news for me. Okay, 3 SNLFs attacking at 2 or less now, since that was the first round of combat was over. 1 hit. I'm sure that'll be the last militia. He'll get a chance to defend. Militia misses with a 9. Infantry misses with a 6. Okay, so still rolling 3 SNLFs versus 1 infantry now. No hits. Infantry return shot. 8, that's a miss. 3 SNLFs at 3, or 2, I'm sorry, at 2. All miss. Infantry at 4. 4, so I'll lose 1 more SNLF. Down to 2 to 1. 2 at 2. And I get 1 hit. That infantry will get a return shot at 4, and he missed. So the invasion of Java was successful. I did manage to lose 2 SNLFs out of the deal. But that's the way it goes. I think I can live with that. Okay. On to the next battle. Which I think I moved several of those already. The SNLF to West Timor. Yeah, got that one. Transport that moved in there, got those 2. Okay, C Zone 89. I'm sorry. The battle around Borneo here. Okay, in the battle for the C Zone, we have 1 fighter, 1 heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser, 1 destroyer, and 1 submarine. Fighter. Destroyer. Light cruiser. Heavy cruiser that got knocked down there where it wasn't supposed to be. And a submarine. Whoops. Get that stuff gathered up. And get all this moved to the board. Coastal sub defends at 2. Got a fighter at 6. Light cruiser at 5. Submarine at 3 with first strike. Heavy cruiser at 6. Destroyer at 4. Okay, the only thing I have yet to which I probably should have figured this out before, but I'll look on a sheet here and see if I can make a determination real quick what the seaplane defends at. Air units, seaplane defends at 1. Okay. I thought that was it, but I wasn't positive, so there we go. And I'm also assuming that the seaplane will take place in the sea battle, because it would not do any good at all in the land battle. All right. The sub at a 3. And it is a 3, so it gets first strike. I believe I would take off the coastal sub. Destroyer at a 4. 1, that's a hit. I believe I'd take off the seaplane. And light cruiser at 5. 4, that's a hit. That is everybody taken care of without the heavy cruiser or the fighter even firing. So, first strike the sub took out. I'm going to roll for the seaplane at 1. 4, that's a miss. And just in case there's any question, I'm going to roll for the coastal sub at 2. And that's a 10, that's a miss. Okay, that sea battle is taken care of. Move all these ships in the airplane back down to Borneo, and then move the other units involved onto the battle board. Find my notes. I'm not totally lost. All these ships are in that sea zone, but I'm just barely going to nose them in there, so I'm not getting in the way of other things, like my clumsy fingers knocking stuff out. Okay, we have an SNLF and an irregular infantry, along with a tactical bomber, attacking one militia. Militia will defend at 2. SNLF attack at 3 on the first round. An infantry at 2. And a tactical bomber at 7. Alright, I'll roll for the infantry at 2. Miss. SNLF at 3. Miss. Tactical bomber at 7. Miss. Defending militia at 2. 6 is a miss. Okay. Drop the SNLF back down to 2, so I'll roll 2 at 2. Both miss. Tactical bomber at 7. 9, that's a miss. Militia at 2. 6, that's a miss. 2 at 2. 4 and a 7 both miss. Tactical bomber. 5, finally a hit. Yay. Alright. And the militia at 2. 4, that's a miss. Okay. That battle was also successful. That's the SNLF. That's the regular infantry. And there is the tactical bomber that will have to non-combat move back where he belongs. Okay, we have now one SNLF and one infantry attacking a militia in Sumatra. This one is the one that gets kind of dicey. Really can't believe I'm cutting it this close, but couldn't help myself. I'm going to try to get them all. Let's see, okay. Infantry at 2. Big miss. SNLF at 3. Big miss. Defending militia at 2. Miss. Okay, and move the SNLF back down. So we have 2 at 2. Both big misses. Militia at 2. 3. That was too close for comfort. 2 at 2. Both misses. Militia at 2. Miss with an 8. 2 at 2. Both miss. Militia at 2. Miss. 2 at 2. Both miss. Militia at 2. And he gets a hit. That was way past the first round of combat, so I'm going to take the infantry off and I will keep rolling with the SNLF. Miss. Militia. Miss. SNLF. Miss. Militia. Miss. SNLF. Miss. Militia. Miss. SNLF. Hit. Finally. And return shot with militia. 4. That's a miss. So that battle for Sumatra was also successful, though barely. Just barely. Okay, I will replace that chip and that chip with an SNLF. I'll do that after I have a chance to dab some paint on a couple of units and get that taken care of here in a little bit. Nobody needs to wait while I do that. I will now place units. Oh, no, I won't. I'm going to non-combat some stuff. Yeah, duh. Would have been terrible had I forgot the non-combat stuff. Fleet carrier from up here is going 1, 2. He'll pick up the tactical and the fighter. The light carrier from C-Zone 89. It went 1, 2, 3, and it will pick up the fighter that was involved in that battle. Okay, transport. One transport left there in C-Zone 54. He is going to move over to Kyushu and pick up 2 infantry. That was 1, 2, 3. Move back down here into C-Zone 89 and drop off those 2 infantry in Hunan. The medium bomber from Kyushu will also fly into Hunan. So in Hunan I have 2 tacticals, 2 fighters, a medium bomber, and 2 infantry at present. That should conclude the non-combat moves. We'll take the coastal sub that was in C-Zone 89 and move it down 1 to right there, just for giggles. Get my page turned back to the first page so I know where to put everything. The cavalry I'm going to place in Rihi. Everything else, the strategic bomber in Kyushu, to Mountain Infantry in Kyushu. That's 1, 2, 3 units so far at that major factory. An SNLF and an artillery, all in Kyushu. So that concludes the placement of units. Now, I wasn't sure all those combats were going to be successful, so I did not count up how much loot I might possibly get. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on top of my 30 that I'm making now, bump me up to 39. I saved 1, so I will have 40 to spend next round. Okay. Got to replace the chips with SNLF units, get this stuff, make me some new cards, and maybe get everything back where it needs to be so everybody can tell where it's at. And I'm good to go, I think. Collect 40, or I collect 39. I had 1 left over saved, so I'll collect 40, and I'll see y'all next time.